back, season 2.
Yes, sir.
K. Dot, the assassin, surprisingly dropped the project. It was a Tuesday? And I'm going on record on this show and said it. I think Drake is really a sore loser. I ain't never really liked Andrew Schultz.
I ain't never either.
He's not funny to me. I'm holding Charlamagne accountable for what Andrew Schultz does on that platform. One of my favorite albums of all time is on DSPs, Friday Night Lights. This Hov lawsuit, the allegations of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl after the VMAs.
You tweeted, "I have officially divorced Jergens. We were together for years. A lot of ashy days. I am now with Nivea, and this is by far a better relationship." So yeah, explain this transition and the necessity.
What's good, people? It's your boy, Way More Fly Than You. We back, season 2.
Yes, sir.
Audio Dope Podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for all the support over season 1. We had a great season. Back with my dog.
You already
know.
Partner? Back to stretching out again. Short length.
Yeah, man. So how was let's catch the people up on kind of what we've been up to since the recording of episode 10 of season 1.
Okay. Shit, well, we left off probably, it was like October, I want to say, end of October. I mean, ain't too much change, man. You know, just life, man. You know, we running into the holiday season, so it was always good, you know, to kind of get back. I went back to the crib, you know, to see fam and shit. So, you know.
Yeah, man. Dude, you was there for Thanksgiving?
I was there for Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the crib. I went to Miami for Thanksgiving as well. Got to be around family love. It was a good time, man. I was happy to see my peoples.
Yeah.
I probably stay put for Christmas though, but yeah, man, a lot has transpired since we've last recorded, and we'll gradually touch on those things. But what's in your playlist now? That's new dope.
New dope.
I
mean, it was a lot of releases since like we were last year. You know, there's an obvious one that we will dive and all that. You know, but what I will say that I love that came out is the Tyler album. It came out like right after we finished filming, you know, season 1.
Yeah.
Big success, you know, great first week, second week, third week, fucking
the tour.
You know, the tour got announced. You know, he got a, you know, everybody always knock on Tyler's, he don't got no radio record, no mainstream song. Fucking Sticky has been, you know, going crazy.
It has. Especially on satellite.
Yeah.
I just renewed my satellite. I just renewed my Sirius. They gave me a good deal, $4.99 a month for 12 months. So I'm gonna rock with them for 12 more months, man. So
yeah, man. That's the main one for me is that goddamn Tyler album. I had it in consistent rotation, you know, up until, you know, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, up until the obvious, right?
The obvious.
Well, I've also been listening to the obvious. I'm really I like I've been jamming Jack, man. I like Jack Harlow. I like the record he put out, Miss Johnson. I'm a high BPM guy. Like, you got a high BPM, you got some horns, you got some nice drums, I'm sold. So the Hello Miss Johnson record, I like that a lot. Shout out to our guys over at Generation Now, man.
Yep.
I know they behind that one, and I think that's a record that's gonna move the needle a little bit as far as, like, you know, fourth quarter sales for them. And it's all over. Like I said, I listen to a lot of satellite radio. It's all over.
Didn't what you call it come out like? Because I know you fucked with that. I love that project. Didn't Freddie come out after we finished?
Freddie did come out. Yes.
Yeah.
I like Freddie's album.
I played.
He got some samples on there that I was shocked that got cleared.
That 112, the first record, I was going to listen to the Freddie project, but I heard the Stupid, or I think it's called Stupid or Foolish, whatever it's called. But I heard that sample and him floating on that 112 record.
Yes.
I was like, okay, I need to listen to this shit like now.
Yes.
And like the whole project just slides, bro.
Absolutely.
It's not enough conversation around Freddie's catalog and how dope he has been consistently.
Yes.
You know, I know he don't be hitting with these fucking mainstream, you know, huge radio records, but for the product that he creates, like, that nigga don't miss.
He don't.
Like
Not even I'd say the last maybe 4 projects have been at least 8 out of 10s.
Yeah.
Bare minimum 8 out of 10s. The anniversary record is a record that I play a lot. The Raphael Sadiq 2020 sample.
Yeah.
You got Wolverine that's on there. You got it's so many.
So many
Steel
joints on this
Doors. Oh, I play Steel Doors so much. Oh,
I like the
gosh.
outro that goddamn they done got Diddy.
So shout out to Freddie, man. Yeah, Freddie definitely he puts together great projects, and I think because he's so talented with other stuff too, like he's getting into acting. I don't think he brands himself well enough with the music to where people will actually really, really pay attention. He just got that cult following. The people that know him know when he drop, and you go get it, you listen to it, you love it, and then you sing his praises for everybody else to kind of hear.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's just how it is. So, without further ado, man, G and X, K. Dot, the assassin, surprisingly dropped the project. It was a Tuesday?
Nah, it was a Friday. So I was gonna ask. So give your instant moment when this happened. Like how? Like instant moment.
Oh shit, he did it.
How did you find out?
I think I was on Twitter and I saw somebody say K. Dot just dropped, and then I went to his Instagram. Was it his Instagram page or did I go to Apple? I might have went straight to Apple, and it was there. And I was like, oh shit, this nigga really did drop an album. So I didn't listen to the album right then and there because I already kind of knew what was going to happen. You listen to it, you get influenced by everybody. So I kind of like waited until the weekend. Well, waited until the following week to listen to it. And also I wanted to listen to it in my AirPod Maxes. Like whenever it's a project that I'm really, really excited about, I'll pull out the real headphones so I can really get that feel. But first listen, man, I was truly amazed at how well he raps, the samples that he chose, the beats, the production that he chose. It was all, to me, it was very, very well calculated. It didn't feel like a throw out record. It felt like he put some effort behind it. Yeah. Like he always does, you know what I'm saying? But that was my take.
Yeah, no, it hit me with, I was up in Memphis when it dropped. It was Friday. That shit came out like, it wasn't even like a typical like Thursday going into Friday midnight release. Shit came out like around noon. And I never forget, bro, like I was on Instagram and you know how they got this new, I hate fucking Instagram these days. All these like whack ass updates. Yeah. But you know how like when you swipe to the messages and now they trying to be like Twitter where everybody could put like their little note.
Right.
So all I kept seeing was Kendrick. Oh my God, Kendrick. Oh, Kendrick dropped. I was like, what? And then I refreshed and it was the video, the video for the song that's not on the project. And I was like, oh shit, I started losing my shit. Then people started texting me. And then I went over to Twitter and I verified it. And at that point, I thought it was just a song.
Yeah.
So it was like a double surprise for me. I thought it was a song. I was scrambling trying to find the song. And I looked, it was a whole fucking album. Oh man, I grabbed the headphones, laid down where I was at, and I just pressed play. And I was like, world, leave me alone. Ignoring calls, like running this project from top to bottom.
Right.
And it was the same, bro. Like I was blown away, not even, on no fucking like fanboy ass shit. Like it's a really, really fucking good project, bro. It's to me, what I've been telling people is Damn 2.0 for me.
Okay. I can see that.
I like it more than Damn currently. I went back to listen to Damn over the weekend just to make sure I'm not tripping. But like currently I like it more than Damn because I feel like the energy and aggression that he's rapping with and the production, like it's what Damn gave me, but more consistently, And then just the replay value on those 12 songs, the replay value is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Easily digestible, you can easily run it back multiple times without it feeling like a long ass project. It's not no double disc and none of that. I like the 12 to 14 album range. Yeah. Cause that's something I could run through. And I think it might even be 46, 47 minutes, something like that. Like that's not bad, from top to bottom. Yeah, K-Dot, I'm 8 out of 10 right now. First listen, it was an 8 out of 10. And, I'm excited to see what he does at the Super Bowl. who he brings out. You know, he got the tour coming. I know we got that on the docket too. Like, how you feel about the tour and him bringing out or going on tour with? Since I think Doechii is coming out with him too.
Well, that ain't been confirmed. It was funny. You saw the Breakfast Club.
I did,
right?
yeah.
So it's not confirmed. But that would be dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doechii and all her success, man. More than deserved. But the tour is crazy. Matter of fact, like, I forgot what episode it was we had, but remember I told you I had got the text from my homegirl, and she literally had text that he was going on the stage. I couldn't say it on the screen, but
we can say it now.
We can say it now. Like, niggas knew that he was going on the stadium tour because knew somebody that's playing background. But when it got announced that it was a stadium tour, like, I don't think that people put enough stock into understanding. I don't give a fuck how you feel between the Kendrick Drake beef or whether you don't like Kendrick, this and third. For hip hop, this is huge.
Yeah.
People don't like, it's very select few people that could tour stadiums.
And let's break down the difference between, because I think we get into semantics, right? And people, they try to dissect stadium versus arena. What is the difference?
Ooh, I don't know the exact number count. I don't know the exact number count. But it's a stark difference, like, as far as like how many people are in attendance at an arena versus a stadium. But the thing about it is, he's scaled up to this point. When I went to see him for the Mr. Morale show in LA, he did 5 nights in LA. So it makes sense that he could do SoFi Stadium.
Right.
Where
were those 5 nights? Where was he?
5 nights at the Crib.
Okay.
Or the Staples.
I got you. Okay.
But yeah, 5 nights there. Of course he could do he's going on 2 nights, 3 nights now at SoFi. And I think he did like 2 to 3 nights at Barclays during Mr. Morale. So if you're doing these multiple nights at an arena, you could fill a stadium with people.
Absolutely.
And then he's going on tour with SZA too.
Yeah.
One of the biggest, current artists, in music. So when Eminem, which is one of the only other like rappers I can kind of remember that did a stadium tour, went on tour.
Fifth did one too. Fifth did.
No, he ain't never did no stadium tour. No, definitely never did. M did it, but he went on tour with Rihanna.
Okay.
So it's got to be 2 mega like stars, and at the right moment. Because I know you saw the rollout. SZA's dropping, new music. Yeah. So it's like it's prime time for both acts. Really, the winner and all this, man. Shout out to TDE, bro. Like, it's not enough said where we have like indie labels that come and go. Niggas chasing virality, all kinds of just bullshit, bro. TDE is the standard. And I can't cape, shout out, and sing their praises enough over there for Top Punch, Musa, they sons that are now taking over, bro. Like, it's such a beautiful thing. Cause Kendrick ain't even on TDE no more.
He's not.
But it's still like, a family line thing.
For sure.
And then even if they taking Doechii on tour with them to open up, it's still like a family line thing. So shout out to TDE for being the standard of excellence in fucking hip hop.
Who would you deem as their direct competition?
Nobody.
Because right now, when you talk about the artists that they put out, developing the artists that they put out, the caliber of music that these artists are making, even Solo's album sounds good.
Yeah.
SZA is coming.
Yeah.
Doechii sounds good. She was under their umbrella. K-Dot goes without saying.
Yeah.
Q.
Schoolboy.
Goes without saying. It's
J-Rock's
just
Grammy
J-Rock
winner.
Grammy. He won or he was nominated?
No, he won.
He won, yes. So the caliber of artists that they're developing over there, you don't see that across the... One, you don't see that on the East Coast. One, and these are mostly West Coast artists. And you don't see that across the board with a lot of these labels now because they're just signing acts straight off of Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get going after whoever got the most followers or who going the most viral and all this other shit. And they're not really putting or taking the time to develop the artist.
You're busy following the numbers.
Yes.
And the numbers can be fucked. Like, they're chasing I don't even say chasing, but they're cultivating true talent. I mean, you're right about the West Coast thing, but this is how deep it go, bro. Isaiah Rashad's from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
That is very true.
SZA's from St. Louis.
Yep.
Doechii's from Tampa fucking Florida. Right. Alameda, who they just signed, who was developing 3-4 years over there. Like, they not all from the West Coast, and this is a West Coast label. So it goes to show like the talent, the development, the timing, the patience. Like, SZA started as a fucking merchandise girl.
True.
Come on, bro. Like, there is no competition when it comes to the conversation of TDE. Like, it really ain't.
How we feel about this lawsuit from the boy?
Oh, man. The lawsuit, man.
I don't like it.
You said you don't like it? I think nobody do, though.
I don't like it because I've gone on record on this show and said it. I think Drake is really a sore loser.
Mm-hmm.
He's a sore loser. And you know, I know the waffle colored nation gonna hate me. My nigga, take your L's like a man, bro. Like, it's when you've been on top for as long as he has, when you've dominated a certain genre or sport or industry, it comes with ridicule.
Yeah.
You know, all of the greats have told him, you know what I'm saying, you know, pride come before the fall. Or, you know, once you get to the top, you know, slowly you'll start to see what's going on. I think Hov said it in, what was the track him and Hov had on it was on take, that was it on his that's not Take Care.
Nah, you talking about was that no, that wasn't For All the Dogs. It was Certified Lover Boy.
No,
are you talking about from before like that earlier album?
Yeah, it's early. This Low Boy Drake. When he had a track with it was on
so then it was like that first album.
Whatever the album that's Fancy is on.
That's the first album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it. You think that the industry is now against you. But that's not the route to go. That's just my personal opinion. Because when you were up, when you were dominating the game, everybody had to kind of bow down to you being who you were. You were controlling the charts. You were controlling the award shows. You were controlling the radio play. You even said it. Like, niggas got to move off your release date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so now that the tables have turned, there's a new sheriff in town, and he been slapping your ass across the fucking table since when?
For a full calendar year at this point, bro.
I would say pretty much a full calendar year. Yeah.
365, a bitch been standing on your motherfucking neck, bro.
So, you know, I get it. You know, your pride and your ego is hurt. Again, I've said it before. I've said it when we've had guests up here. I've said it when it's just been me and you. Just make better records, and people will respect you. That's the bottom line. So
I think he needs to. We've echoed it. I've heard it on all the other podcasts. Like, it's been echoed too many times. He need to just, along with taking his L, he needs to just step back, just fall back, take a break, bro,
and apologize to Future. I'm gonna keep saying that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Apologize to Future so you can get that nucleus back with the niggas you make the best records with,
bro. At this time, I don't see that happening no more, bro. And it's just like, yeah, he just need to fall back, bro. Like with Cole, and I know we'll get into it a little bit later. Like, what they're doing now is what Drake could have been doing. And that's really the only remedy for this wave that Kendrick got going right now is make people reappreciate you from the nostalgia of what we remember. Because even in the midst of this, like, I know a lot of people, like one of my homegirls on Twitter, she's like, you really hate Drake? This is not like, I don't. Like, I literally was thinking the other day, like, Where To Now is one of my favorite fucking records. And half y'all that listen to Drake don't even know what fucking song that is. It's from fucking Comeback Season. The nigga can really, really rap, like, for real, bro. But it's, at the end of the day, where he's come to, like, for me, it was after Views is I'm cool. All this other shit since Views, outside of the EDM dance album, because I did love that shit. But everything else has been like a mixed bag, you know. So give people time to miss you and appreciate you, and that's not what he doing. And now every single thing he does is scrutinized and comes across as a joke, and it's deservingly so. The lawsuit does look whack. And while at the root of it, he may have just cause with it, you know, but he's going against UMG.
Yeah.
History does not show that this is going to turn out well for him. And it's contradictory because the same things that you're saying at the end of the day are you're petitioning to have the lawsuit for. they absolutely used those same tactics for you.
To help you. They did.
You know, everybody spoke about, I forgot what album it was when we logged on to fucking Spotify and Drake was the face of greatest gospel hits.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
right.
So those same tactics were used for you. You're a sore loser at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I hate, that's the one thing I really, really hate is the narrative that I see people like fucking bitch ass Maul, bro. And like all of these other niggas, they trying to like turn the tide by saying, you know, this is bigger than rap. Let me tell you something, because I shout out to Tiffany, man. I got to get her on here, man. Great entertainment attorney. I was talking to her about it. At the end of the day, as just if this lawsuit was, or the petition to sue, it's the timing. It came out 3 days after GNX.
Yeah.
If he really, really felt that way, this shit should have been happened earlier this year. It could have happened.
Yep.
But it happened 3 days after GNX came out, bro. You can't tell me at the root of this ain't about just rap.
Yeah.
So,
and you can't, I mean, the train already moving. You can't stop that. You know what I'm saying? TV off is ringing off. A partner of mine, I won't disclose who it was. This is how deep this shit get. He was at Art Basel was this past weekend.
Yeah.
And apparently there were some parties. I know who the DJs are that DJed the parties, but I won't name them because I don't want to expose my contacts. But there when you get to a certain level of DJing, there are prep calls that are made when you get to certain, I guess, clubs, and they have, pre-meetings about what you should play, what you shouldn't play, stay away from this. We don't really do that, and it was told on the call, don't play. I think he said, don't play Offset, no Gunna, no Kendrick. If you play any three of those, whether it's a song, a feature, a hook, you void your contract. And I thought that was very, very interesting. So the politics behind all of this that's going on, depending on where, you are in the nation, you know what I'm saying? Drake has done a really, really good job of getting DJs on his side. Like he's been outside. You got Houston, Atlanta, Vegas is a prime example. Vegas, LA, Miami, New York, Houston. He's cultivated relationships with these DJs, so they feel like they have an alliance to him, which is rightfully so. You did your homework. You did your outsideness to be able to move around and have these. And Kendrick hasn't really done that. No. So a lot of DJs don't really have the loyalty towards him to play these records that he just came out with. But I just thought it wasn't curating music for their environment, which is okay. Which is absolutely okay. Because he's not a club artist.
He's not a club artist. He just popped out and did it to show y'all niggas he can if he wants to.
Yes, and that's versatility. So I just thought that was interesting. It's way deeper than
it's whole shit in the background. That's what it is.
It's way, and it's also on brand with what he's done in the past with other things, like playing with niggas' wives, playing with niggas' girlfriends, playing with niggas' baby mamas, stopping niggas from getting on features and stuff like that. The whole XXX
murder for hire
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff, bro. Like the shit that happened with The Weeknd, the shit that happened with what's my man name going up on a Tuesday?
Oh, McConaughey.
It's issue after issue, pattern after pattern, bullshit after bullshit with him, and I think we've gotten to a point now where he's come up against somebody that is just as big as him, that can rap just as well, or if not better than him, and that has the machine that is just as big as the machine that he has behind him. Yeah. So,
and it's the people around him, because I gotta say that too. Now I'm thinking about it. It's the people around him, because like I saw a tweet today where Mustard was talking about Boy Wonder, like one of his main producers, talking about, oh, don't nobody listen to that West Coast shit is whack. Don't nobody listen to that shit outside of LA.
And then he leaked the text.
He leaked the text where he was like, oh no, that not like us beat is hard. These niggas is corny, bro.
Yeah, I ain't like Mustard doing that, but
like first and foremost though, like we're not gonna do that. That's always the running joke about LA, or whatever, whatnot. But guess what, bro? I remember when YG was outside and that shit was ringing off. Yeah. Tiger got nothing but a catalog of hits. Come on, bro. So don't tell me what people don't want to hear from LA. And you from Toronto. Yeah. Toronto don't got a sound. Right. If we really want to get down to it. It don't have a sound. So like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Right.
Like please.
And
Like,
you know what a lot of people need to stop doing is if you can't remember the receipts that are out on you, just shut up.
just shut up. Shut up.
Just be quiet because boy, one, there's no reason why you should even say that. And I don't like exposing text messages because these are intimate conversations that people are having with you. You know, most of that shit was green. But
it ain't that green for a nigga. Look, I could see if it was by the bitch.
I understand.
It was but bro, it was a nigga saying, bro, the beat hard. No, that ain't no shit to hide.
I understand
you playing
why
with
he
me,
did
I'm
it.
finna leak that, bro.
I understand. I understand why he did it. I do. I don't like it, but I do understand. So, you know, I mean, I hope them boys get their shit together, man. But
Hey,
you
man.
know. This Andrew Schultz. Well, I ain't never really liked Andrew Schultz.
I ain't never either.
Like
Let's be clear.
he's not funny to me.
At all.
You know, I do understand the dynamic that him and Charlamagne have with Brilliant Idiots, and I think that their platform is strong enough to where Charlamagne gotta be. I'm holding Charlamagne accountable for what Andrew Schultz does on that platform. Because you can't sit here and Black Effect Network us to death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got every Black Lives Matter t-shirt, hoodie, sunglasses, all of that. But then you sit on this platform and kiki with this white boy who we've talked about the caucasity.
The caucasity.
The caucasity effect, right? And it's like, yeah, everything, yeah, you're a comedian, of course. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But joke with your culture.
Yeah.
Don't joke with ours.
Yeah. It was totally out of line. First and foremost, like everybody's been saying, Kendrick ain't say the nigga name. It was more so like if the shoe fits, wear it situation, and he bit the bait.
Mm-hmm.
Secondarily, most of the sentiment was about what Kendrick was addressing is about the niggas sitting in the room with you.
Correct.
Kikiing when they know that shit dead wrong.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that fucking coon was sitting on that couch that was like cackling about not shits and gigs, you know, because they were there the original time.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a love it because I love shits and gigs. Like they funny as hell to me. So when everybody was ready to like hang them niggas by the neck, I'm like, nah, them niggas cool. But it was bullshit to sit there on that couch and pacify those comments that Schultz was making.
Yeah.
My issue now is the response that he made. Basically talking about, I hate using that word, but the R word, you know, Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you even just remove Kendrick's name. But there's nothing funny about a white man joking about the R wording a black man.
Right.
Like that goes back to like buck breaking and fucking, you know, slavery and all of that. Like just in general, like there's nothing cool about it. There's nothing funny about it. And your presence within this culture to any extent is because of your proximity to Charlamagne.
Absolutely. 1,000%.
You know, so you're overstepping your boundaries first and foremost. I'm like you. I feel like Charlamagne should hold because he was on. It may have been a Brilliant Idiots episode, but they were with him post like his response, and Schultz still felt the need to like be braggadocious about Kendrick and the bots and this and third.
Yeah.
So I felt that was the time for Charlamagne to kind of be, instead of being like, well, I don't know what was said. No, like, hold your man's accountable.
Check that cracker.
Like, that don't make no fucking sense.
We wouldn't know him
without you. At all. I would not know who the fuck this man is.
That's why get your mans. That's why that's exactly why I said it. That's exactly why I said that we would not know who this white boy is if it wasn't for Charlamagne the God. So you got to be responsible for your white boy.
Yeah.
You got to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and I think there are white people that make jokes about black people that are actually funny.
Yeah. Gary Owens.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Gary Owens is hilarious. He's hilarious. Bill Burr. Yeah. Hilarious. You know, and I think it stopped there.
Yeah, it kind of stopped there.
It definitely stops there.
It definitely kind of stopped there.
I may give you Neil Brennan. You know what I'm saying? Who was Dave Chappelle partner in crime.
Okay.
Neil is in the co-creator of Chappelle Show. Okay. Neil is funny. You know what I'm saying? They are, but shows what he was doing, it was, to me, it was out of line. And then he pushing the issue like you can't get beat up out
Like
here.
you can't get beat up, bro. Like you can't like get touched.
For
like,
real, man. Like just leave it alone.
Back, like some folks just need, like it ain't enough folks in this world that ain't been punched in their shit.
That's all.
And that motherfucker with this Hitler mustache need to goddamn get slapped up, bro. Like,
For sure, man. one of my favorite album, I guess mixtape albums of all time is on DSPs, Friday Night Lights. One of the greatest mixtapes, and I know you ain't really too keen on Cole right now, but let's go back to 2010. Let's act like we know what 2010 was.
Yeah.
Where were you when Friday Night Lights came out?
I mean, it wasn't like momentous to the point I remember where I was. But
I hate when you do that.
No, I'm saying in that very moment. No, I don't remember when Friday Night Lights came out. Okay. But I do. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I ain't played the fuck out that shit. Like Friday Night Lights.
Thank you for being honest.
No, that shit was a classic.
Okay,
and
is.
I need
not
to.
Was is
it was is. I'm gonna eventually go back and play it again now that it's on the DSP platforms. It's just there's another album that's taking my time right now, you know. But 2014, I mean not in 2014. Friday Night Lights is definitely like when we talk about the blog era, which I always say and would stand on and fight anybody about this shit, is the best era in hip hop ever. Fucking Friday Night Lights is a hallmark of that era. It's one of the best projects to come out in that era. And yeah, it's great that we can finally listen to it without having to go to SoundCloud or some shit, like, you know.
Or live mixtapes, trash ass. And that Piff used to piss me the fuck off so bad. Oh my God.
Yeah. God, dog.
So we got the release. It's on DSPs now. You know, shout out to Cole.
Do you think this is the, because okay, we got that. And like I said, this is the perfect like way to kind of come back. He got low after, you know, not wanting to make that response to Kendrick and then got beat up about that shit, you know, but he's coming back from a nostalgic standpoint.
Yes.
You know, even though I sit here and say, oh, I'm not like that excited about Cole, I can't hate on him. Right. Because what he's showing us right now is remember like, oh, that stuff was great. So now I'm a little more softened to like whatever he's getting ready to put out. You know, they just announced the Dreamville Festival, but they did say this is the final one. You know, so I'm wondering, and I'm gonna ask you what you think. Like, do you think this is the end? Is 2025 the end for Jermaine Cole as a rapper?
That's what it seems. Because what's the next album? Let's final one, the Fall Off? Yeah. I don't. So I've never been to a Dreamville concert. That's something that I don't think I ever wanted to. I'm just not a huge festival person. The logistics of being at a festival just
overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. I ain't gonna use the A word that everybody be using, but bro, like even when I went to One Music Fest, like that was an experience, but One Music Fest is probably the most that I'll do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even on a Dreamville Fest level, in my opinion. Because I think Dreamville is, One Music had maybe 100,000 people, I think.
But One Music is still like, okay, so what's the A word you saying? Is it anxiety?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say it because I get anxiety when I think about it. I get anxiety when there ain't no toilet paper left.
Right.
Like, so the idea of One Music Fest is smack dab in the middle of the city of Atlanta.
Correct.
Like, there may be traffic, maybe a lot of people, but like if anything happened, you know you're going to be straight.
Yeah.
Dreamville Fest is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, correct.
And from what I've heard, like from people I know that went, like it's just lines and lines of traffic to get in. And it's kind of like Coachella's the same way too.
Too much. And it's over 3 days?
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Friday. No, it's 2 days.
2 days. Okay. Yeah. That's, bro, no. No. So back to your original question. I hope it's not the end of J. Cole. Like I like the release with him and Daylight where they just came out with Collard Greens or something like that. I think that was the name of the track. Him and Daylight is on there. It's some good rapping on there.
Okay.
However, for what he put us through with the whole Kendrick Drake situation, I don't like that particular song to be released. Especially coming off the heels of you just putting one of your most prized possessions on DSPs. I need a better record than that. That's just me and my fandom, right? I do think that he's gearing up to get out of rap. Yeah. I think the catalyst of all of this was that whole beef with, you know, Kendrick Drake and how he inserted himself and then tried to backpedal, and then the backlash that he got from that. I think that was enough for him to say, man, fuck this shit. These niggas don't love me.
I was saying, I was like, shout out to Hobbs. I was saying on Twitter earlier today, I think that, and I know you're going to say I'm hating and some negative shit, but it is what it is.
Mhm.
I think that he has reached a space where he realizes he cannot officially not be what he always desired to be. And that's considered to be the greatest.
I can agree with that.
And once you've internalized that and understand that, just make the music you want to make and make your exodus.
Yeah.
And that's not saying like, fuck you, like, or nothing
Right.
like that. But it's just like that realm of conversation, like it just ain't attainable at this point. You know,
I'm not mad at that take. I can
give
agree.
us I think he's going to give us the music he wants to give us. And I feel like he's going to be like he's going to give us an album, he going to tour, and he going to be Andre 3000 from this point. Like he'll pop up, give us, you know, a verse when he feel like it, because he's more than capable of a rapper.
For sure.
But he got to show me something with the fall off.
Yeah,
Because
there's got to be. It has to be undeniable. It has to be. I need the best production. I need the
records.
features. I need the features. It has to be the entire landscape of what hip hop is.
Mm-hmm.
Production, hit records, lyrics, features, samples, like the whole nine, and then go on a banging ass tour, and then you could go chill, you know, get a hammock in your backyard and just, you know, and post up.
But I said that too. I don't know if you've seen that. But I think that's always contributed. Maybe that's my issue with him. It's not just my issue. It's a lot of people's issue with him. Is he is the victim of always wanting to do it himself. He's Mr. DIY.
Yeah.
I read an article where apparently you and Paris want to sit here and argue with the fuck out of me about Power Trip. Do you know he wanted to sing that hook himself?
That's okay.
No.
No.
That record would have never been what it is if he would have did the hook.
I'm okay with him wanting to do it. The final product was not him doing it.
Yeah, but
and I'm okay with that.
It encapsulates his career as a whole, bro. Like the nigga never, like, especially from a production side, like he rarely like later in his career, like Jetson got in there a little bit, T-Minus got in there a little bit. I love when I get to hear features from him, not the boom bap features, because like I get you can rap, oh dope, but like the London shit,
get
like
on
that,
some records, get on some records.
I love hearing him get busy on other people's shit, because when he give me an album, it's predictable. I know what I'm gonna get. Like, and I know that you a great rapper, bro. Like nobody will ever go against that.
Yeah.
But it's just the diversity that Tyler gives me from album to album, the diversity that Kendrick gives me from album to album. Cole just don't give that, bro. It's a subject matter change.
He suffers from the same things that Big Crit suffers from.
Oh yes.
Wanting to
one of my favorites ever.
I love Crizzle. Love him to death. But they suffer from the same disease of what you say, the DIY. You know what I'm saying? Because Crit he gonna rap, he gonna produce, and he gonna engineer.
Yep.
So it's like step away from that, and when you do step away from that, just rub some shoulders with some real producers, man.
Yeah.
Like, and give us the records that we really, because we can't sit here and say you ain't got the budget for it. You've been independent since I don't know how long. I know you done made some money. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what a good sound sounds like. Yeah, we appreciated you and the David Banner tracks where you hopped on, but both of y'all niggas from Mississippi, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But I would like to see him, Cole. Who else suffered from that shit? At one point in time,
Nas was terrible. He didn't do it himself, but he was a terrible beat picker, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Just like, it's okay. Just give us what we asking for. Then you could go right off into the sunset.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So, but hopefully, you know, the fall off is what we think it is. I do think we're approaching the end.
The end, yeah.
I do. And I hate to say it.
Not in a bad way. Not because niggas is sick of them, but it just, they mature, like that era of rappers, minus Drake, and like I said, that's his issue. Everybody is kind of matured to a point where like you could kind of see they kind of over things. Yeah. Even Kendrick speaking on the Heart Part 6 and why he left TDE and this and third, he wants to be a businessman at this point. You know, so they're in a different space. Cole has always authentically gave that like he's a family man and he's just like, he's not, other than being deemed like a great lyricist, like what else is there to prove or he wants to be around for?
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So everybody has seen in the news, this probably the biggest story since this whole Diddy situation. This Hov lawsuit, the allegations of the R word or sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl after the VMAs in 2000, I think it was. And we're gonna politely touch on this subject, but I'm gonna just ask some questions. You know, and the questions that I'm asking they're not in the spirit of victim blaming.
Or being insensitive.
Or being insensitive because, you know, forcefully taking advantage of someone is 1000% wrong. It's heinous. It's nasty. It's disgusting. And whoever engages in those activities, they should be pinned to the side of the prison with nails. Yeah. With nails. With that being said,
fuck with a butter knife.
There you go.
Like, end your life. Over it.
With that being said, I just got some questions.
Yeah.
Now, for one, they amended the civil suit. So originally, when the suit was filed, Hov's name was nowhere in there. They came back and said, yep, he was there too. He was in the room. He drugged me along with P. Diddy, and they raped me. Okay. Then they start getting into the age of the young lady and the logistics of how she got to the VMAs or from the VMAs to the party, inside the party, upstairs to a room that obviously nobody saw her go into. And it's just strange to me. Number one, you're in New York City. What, Radio City?
Radio City Music
Radio
Hall.
City Music Hall. I believe that's New York City. For those of you for those of you who don't know what Radio City Music Hall is, if you ever listen to Fabulous's Soul Tape, I think it's Soul Tape 1 or 2. But in the background of his album cover is Radio City Music Hall. That is on the cover. So this is, and then in 2000, I don't know if people really, really remember what the VMAs were. The VMAs were the biggest thing next to the Grammys.
Yeah.
In 2000, this is before social media. This is before, I don't even think, was MySpace out then? No. No, MySpace was college.
That was definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so 2000, I'm in, and I'm going to date myself. 1999, 2000 was my freshman year in high school. And this is the era of Napster. I don't think we got the bear share yet. I know for sure we got Napster and we got LimeWire.
Onion Booty.
There you go. We burning CDs.
Burning CDs.
You know what I'm saying?
Dial up.
Dial up. So you could only, and then we're in the time period of the mystique of the artist. You only seen your favorite artist if they was on MTV, BET, or a magazine.
Yeah. That's
it. So the pandemonium that surrounded this particular event, that is the VMAs, it's I ain't never been to New York during this time, but I can only imagine what that looks like.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me a 13-year-old, this is 7th, 8th grade, depending on when your birthday come around. She stood outside of the VMAs, was asking for rides in a limo. The limousine driver who allegedly picked her up said that he had to go somewhere else to drop Diddy off first, but he would be back to get her. Comes back to get her. Takes her to this VMAs party where there's a lot of inconsistencies of what the party actually was, whether it was at a house or whether it was at, a venue or so on and so forth. But my only question is, when she got to the party, how did she get in? Was she on the list at 13? Because when you talk about the VMAs, like a lot of these parties are invite only. You gotta know somebody to know somebody to know somebody to be in there, or you gotta be somebody to be invited.
To be present, yeah.
So how is it that this 13-year-old girl, a minor,
and this is 2000, right?
It's 2000.
So I gotta throw this in here too. A 13-year-old in 2024 and a 13-year-old in 2000 are two totally different things.
Two totally different.
We understand y'all children look grown and out here hunching and shit, but a 13-year-old in 2000,
she's wearing skirts.
Is a fucking child.
She's wearing a skirt.
Like,
okay,
barrettes, fucking like all that. She's a fucking child. So how does an unsupervised child just obtain a ticket and go sit at the VMAs first?
Yeah.
Get in the limo.
Right.
And then go to an after party. Like,
where there's alcohol. So there was no band. She didn't get banded. She didn't have to show no ID. She just walks into the party, right? Mm-hmm. Finds her way upstairs. Allegedly, Diddy finds her along with Jay-Z. And they just decide, you know what? Today is the day.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a lot of stuff to me, you know, it has to make sense, you know, and not to mention the allegations surrounding the particular attorney that filed the lawsuit. His history and track record of being, you know, they call them ambulance chasers. But,
yeah, ambulance
chaser, he's one of them Better Call Saul niggas. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know what Better Call Saul is.
That's the show.
So that, coupled with the fact that apparently, allegedly, that same attorney has been accused of asking clients to falsify allegations to bring civil suits, you know, against Jay-Z and other clients or other individuals. It's just a lot of inconsistencies, bro. And I just don't, you know, listen, I'm a Hov fan, but I'm a common sense fan first and foremost. And a lot of that story just don't make no sense. It just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of your hatred, your love for Jay-Z, your hatred, your love for Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Just pay attention to the words of the story.
Yeah.
It just don't make any sense. That's all I got to say.
No, you're absolutely right. I haven't like read that in depth with it, but like from what I have understood, it doesn't make sense. It's that weird space of like, you know, like you said, you're never going to be about victim blaming. You want to be considerate, you know, and not insensitive, but it just doesn't align.
Right.
The one thing I will speak to, and I was, you know, talking with a group of friends about it the other day, is I love Hov's response, because that's one thing, even when the Tory, and I know we ain't really like dig into that, but even with like the whole Tory Meg thing came about, I am here to tell you, if anybody ever accused me of something as heinous of shooting a woman or R-wording a child, and I know, like, we don't have to debate. Like, I know this isn't something I didn't do.
Right.
When I tell you I would be the rudest, loudest, ignorant ass nigga that you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Like, because how dare you play on my name?
Yeah, that's not something you just throw on
You
somebody's
don't throw
jacket,
that on
bro.
people.
Yeah.
So when I read Jay's response, it kind of gave my thoughts. You know, when someone's guilty, I feel like they get low, you know, and they PR the situation in the third. No, that nigga responded in an hour, and he said, you know what? That I forgot what the last line it was. He's like, I look forward to showing you that I'm not like everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's basically telling you, like, don't play on my name, and we are going to take this to the full degree.
And one thing, and if you've never been around a New York nigga,
oh my God,
the one thing a New York nigga is going to tell you is where he's from. And in that statement, he definitely said, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. New York niggas gonna tell you where they from. Whether they from the Bronx, they from Brooklyn, they from Staten Island, they from Harlem. They're going to tell you where they're from. And that, when you hear they borough or they side of town, they mean business. They mean business. Nigga, I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm from Harlem.
Yeah.
So,
and he unearthed that too in there, bro, is and I ain't think about it. I never really thought about, you know, the idea of false allegations and the effect it has. But like the fact you know, Blue is old enough to comprehend.
She's 12? Yes.
She's old enough to comprehend and be affected by the public outrage of this situation.
Right.
And now him and B have to have a conversation with their child about false allegations and this taking place. I never really thought about the perspective of a celebrity that's combating false allegations and has a child that's of age and having to walk them through like this bullshit.
Let me be the first to tell you, having experienced something like this, and I'm not a celebrity, but having experienced something like this, it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about being a father, being, a significant other, being someone who is in the care of minors and children, playing with somebody's name like that is not going to end well for you, especially somebody with enough money and resources as a Jay-Z. If I'm Jay-Z, I'm making your life hell. He already started with, oh no, okay, so you saying I did this? No, we need to see who this person is. Let's
reveal the name, make it public.
Reveal the person's name, and let's see who this is, and then let's see if you really, really gonna stand on what you're accusing me of. A lot of people may not like the moves that he's making. I love it. Because now you got to prove to me that I did what you said that I did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I don't like it, and I don't like the court of public opinion.
I don't either.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't either.
When you, depending on how you feel about a particular artist or celebrity or person, whatever, automatically you're guilty or you're innocent. Without having gone through none of the due process that's involved with litigation.
Yeah,
it just sucks, bro. Like I hate how people can just throw shit out there, say that it's true, and then when it's deemed that it's not true, they get to ride off in the sunset with no type of consequences, no penalty. Chris Brown has had to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Hov is dealing with it now. I mean, Diddy is another story.
Charlamagne
the God has had to deal with it. Trey Songz is another story too.
No, but Trey is I always say this, boy. Y'all thought Surviving R. Kelly was a hell of a documentary.
Hey, let me
but
tell
wait
you
till they say they surviving Trigger.
When they catch up with that nigga, man, I hope I'm on the internet for when that time comes.
Ooh, because they've been waiting to drag that motherfucker out.
I don't know what if he got to be Haitian. He got a voodoo lady in his back pocket. He got the same voodoo lady that Kodak Black got.
Oh my God! No, Kodak got a perk in his back pocket.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. All of the jail time, the probation that he's dodged. This nigga is some high level voodoo going on over in that camp.
Oh no, absolutely, absolutely.
And I'll leave it at that, man. But yeah, like stop accusing people of shit that they ain't do. You know what I'm saying? And if they did do it, let's go through the process of making sure that they're punished.
Yeah,
I'm a firm believer in
the person making a false allegation.
Yeah.
Oh yes, strip it away, take it away.
Yes.
Like one of our mutuals, we used to bump heads about this all the time, and I'm not here to say that women lie on men all the time, this and third, because I don't know no numbers like that. Right. So I'm not finna sit here and speak from a generalized space.
We could just say it happens on both sides.
It does happen. Yes. And what I'm here to say is when it does occur, that woman's whole life need to be taken from her. Not murdered, of course, but like
it need to be impacted.
It needs to be substantially impacted.
Yes.
Because the court of public opinion that takes place on the man that's been falsely accused, like it's irreversible.
Yeah.
The damage is like, it's irreversible and they can't come back from it. And you get to skate free. No, you need to be under a jail and everything you love in your life need to be stripped from you.
Absolutely.
Like it just is what it is.
This nigga he got a wife, he got a mom, he got a mother-in-law, he got daughters, sons, he's a brother, he's an uncle, he's a nephew. Like the impact that this shit has on people's lives, man, it's not nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? And then now he got to go explain to his daughter why she's seeing all of this stuff in the news about her dad, who is her hero.
Yeah.
Who's her hero? So,
and above and beyond, there's actually people out there are victims of this stuff.
Yes.
There's actual victims don't muddy the waters on those that deservingly need their justice when it comes to these topics.
It's crazy.
Like that's sick. That's sad and it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Shit you said.
It's been a minute since shit you said.
You want to go first or you want me to go?
Shit, you could take it.
Okay. I don't got nothing crazy, but what you did say, I thought it was quite interesting, and I want to dive into it. So you said we need discourse on the disconnect of people with children and their assumptions of people's finances with no children.
Mm-hmm.
Me not having a jet doesn't equate to being able to just afford doing any and everything. I actually agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I do, because the discourse needs to happen on both sides, because we assume that y'all got infinite amount of resources because y'all don't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And people on y'all side think that we ain't got no money because we got kids. And that shit just don't make no sense.
You know what? But I look, I mean, you are the parent on the couch.
For
so
sure.
I've never heard that conversation before, so I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, nigga, it's a thing.
I did not know that was a thing.
Especially as a man, you know, that is out in the world, has, you know, explored dating and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
When you say, I got 2 kids to a woman, automatically 2 things happen. 1, you still fucking your baby mama. Or 2, you don't got enough money to date me. And I've heard both of these, right? Now, I'm not finna sit on this couch and toot my own horn, but I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a great financial space at the very moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but your discourse is also valid because, again, I'm a nigga like me looking at y'all like, oh, y'all niggas don't know how good y'all got it.
Yeah, and that's always the conversation. Like, mine came from like a specific incident, but it was just like, that is always the conversation, or if not the conversation, it's the assumption. You know, I put ass in capital letters, but that was because of like frustration. It's like, bro, we all subject to these times of inflation and just, you know, instability with how much things cost and this, that, and the third. If I want to be financially responsible, or if I ain't got it, like, bitch, like I love to throw this out there. And we used to hide our age, but I will say it quickly. Bitch, I'm 36 years old. If I ain't got it, I ain't doing it, and I ain't got nobody to please approve about that though.
Yeah.
You know, so not having a child, it may not bear the same responsibilities as someone. It definitely doesn't bear the same responsibilities.
Right,
Let me not say may. It definitely doesn't bear the same responsibilities as a parent, but it don't mean that niggas just walking around with infinite amounts of bread in their pocket.
You got shit you're responsible for too. I get it. 1000%. I get it.
So yeah, that was that. Okay, so what I got was, you tweeted, I have officially divorced Jergens. We were together for years. A lot of ashy days. I am now with Nivea, and this is by far a better relationship. So yeah, explain this transition and the necessity.
So I went to we was talking about earlier traveling for Thanksgiving. So I went home for Thanksgiving, right? My mom has always been up on hygiene. That's where I get my hygiene regimen from. Like, mom was big on showering, making sure you smell nice, making sure ain't no holes in your clothes, making sure your shoes was clean, all of that. Make your bed before you leave the house and shit. So I get to the crib. I noticed that my mom no longer used Jergens. Like, Jergens was, when I tell you Jergens was in our house like Murray's and fucking, you know, it was in our house. Like, we were a Jergens family. She switched to Nivea. So I was like, damn, what this about? So I used it for the 4 days that I was down there, whatever, and I just got hooked, bro. I came right back up here, I went to Target first because I knew Target had it. Target did not have it. But good old Wally World.
Oh, they had it on
Wally
deck.
World had it, and they had the family size. So, you know, we done transitioned over to Nivea, man. It's I got it on my desk now at work. Like, all of that. We fully transitioned. Jergens, y'all did me good for the time period that I was with y'all. It's a wrap.
Jergens. I'm a coconut oil guy.
What brand?
It's it come in the brown bottle with the brown top. Damn, I forget what that shit is.
Brown top.
It can, yeah, either that or I use the white canister, John. That shit cost a lot, but it lasts a while. With the orange label.
Oh,
from
okay,
CVS.
okay. I know you're talking.
But
about.
yeah, I'm more of like a coconut guy, you know.
Yeah,
get the glisten and smell good for the.
Of course, man. You know you gotta. Listen. We in times right now. You know it's cold in Atlanta, or it's off and on, but it's cold up here. Mm-hmm. Being ashy is not where it's at.
Oh, it's not.
You know, it's so moisturizer. I'm big on moisturizer. I think I'm a La Roche-Posay guy.
Do you do ashy at all outside the house? Is there ever an okay time to be ashy?
Only going to check the mail. Some shit like that. No,
because the only reason I asked, when I was just like you, when I was home, my mom's was on my head because I was taking her. She wanted to go to the flea market.
Yeah.
And I walked out the house. It was cold in Florida during Thanksgiving break. And I walked out the house. I had gym shorts on. I took her house shoes. I ain't feel like putting no tennis on. And I ain't put no lotion on. I was raggedy as fuck. Back of my foot looked like I kicked snow.
Nah, yeah, we can't
so
do that.
She was like, you just don't care about how you look walking out the house, look like this. Like, what's going on? I said, Mom, we going to the flea market. And then I went changed and we get to the flea market and all I see is immigrants and elderly. So this what I need to put lotion on for? So that's why I'm like, is there ever an appropriate? Because in my head, if I ain't finna be seen by nobody, I don't get nothing damn fuck about. I walk out the house looking like I done played in the snow.
What I do is if I'm ashy, I'll make sure it's covered. So like feet, I'll throw some, socks on, tube socks on. If I definitely lotion my hands for sure. But if it's some shit where like I gotta lotion my elbows and all that, I'm gonna throw a jacket on, hoodie, whatever, all that shit. I'm gonna cover up the ash. I may not put no lotion on, but I'm gonna cover up the ash, man. But yeah, man, listen. Season 2, we back. This is episode 1, Audio Dope Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. YouTube, Instagram. Where else we at? We gonna start getting the TikTok active too.
Yeah.
We gotta get active on TikTok. I heard TikTok is the platform if you really, really want to grow an audience. But yeah, thank y'all so much for y'all support, man. It's your boy way more fly than you.
It's your boy Teddy, man. I'm glad to be back, man. We'll catch y'all next episode.